800-395-1601. We're going to spend some time talking about the creation and the manufacturing process, really how each one of these pieces is kind of imbued with love, and it's all the technique of skilled artisans in Ireland, and then this fine piece of china is going to come to your home. So this is the first day that we've got this piece, this three-legged, I'm going to turn this way, pot, and you can see the shamrocks on it, gorgeous. It is $46, 2 easy payments of $23 for the very first day, but I am going to, you'll get familiar with this QVC credit card, because if you would like to buy this on a QVC credit card, you can do so and create 3 easy payments of about $15.33. So Patricia, I'm going to turn this over to you. You said 35 years with Belleek.
35 years.
Wow.
With Belleek.
Okay.
And I started off in the painting department.
In the painting department.
Yes.
So there's some key hallmarks. The reason we go to Belleek, first of all, made in Ireland, but also because of the technique and that each piece is going to be uniquely yours.
That's right. And Belleek's the oldest work in pottery in Ireland, and each piece, as you say, is unique. Mm-hmm. Now, on the bottom of most of our pieces, well, there's always the trademark, and sometimes you'll find a letter which denotes the painter's name. So that is a...
That looks like a T.
That looks like a T. So that's a T. So that is Kevin who hand painted that. So Kevin will paint lots of things, but the beauty of Belleek is there are no two pieces which are the same. So even the same painter will never have two pieces the same. There's always a slight difference. And this little pot here, it's great because it's the start of the show. And traditionally in Ireland, at the end of the rainbow, if you ever get to the end of the rainbow, there's a crock of gold. And the crock is exactly like this here, filled with gold. So here we have the beautiful three-legged pot. And 16 pairs of hands will touch each piece of Belleek. And with that pot alone, it is made in 1, 2, 3, and the 3 legs. So 6 separate molds to make this one piece.
Wow, 6 separate molds. So we're looking at 4 1/8 of an inch of diameter, and when I put my hands around it, it's like the size of a cantaloupe. So it's about, overall the size of a cantaloupe, if you can imagine that when you get that home. As you can see, it is gorgeous, and everything is completely smooth and beautiful inside. But one thing that I noticed right away is that not only do you have the shamrocks that are painted here, that are gorgeous and beautifully painted, but you also have some shamrocks that aren't actually painted, but you can see them underneath.
That's right.
So how do you do that? You said you were a painter. So how is that happening, Patricia?
We always leave some plain, because sometimes it's just nice to have a blank. But as you can see, it's what we call the patterns embossed into the product.
Yeah.
So that's done in our design department.
There's another one that is a little bit plain, but then you have ones that are absolutely designed and filled out and painted in. And you said how many pairs of hands touch each?
16 pairs of hands will touch that. And when I started off painting little pigs, and I was very keen to get on to doing the shamrocks. I thought this is going to be really easy, crazy to do the shamrocks. And I thought, you see the plain one you were talking about? I thought all you had to do was just fill in that little pattern. But no, it's a very particular stroke. So each leaf, it takes 2 strokes of the paintbrush to make one leaf.
I see, yeah.
And it looks simple, but it's not.
No, of course it isn't.
So there's definitely an art to perfecting the shamrock, and it's 2 to 3 years in the painting department apprenticeship, but if you're going on to do the baskets, then that ups to 5 years. So 2 to 3 for sort of starting off, and then 2 to 5 once you graduate to painting the baskets, because they're more specialised.
Oh my goodness! So there's a hierarchy of things that you're able to paint.
That's right.
As you progress throughout, getting more and more experience in terms of painting. I love it. So Belleek is what we call Parian China. So what is Belleek actually?
Well, Belleek is actually the name of the village. And then the Parian means that it's translucent and marble-like. And the name was taken from the island of Faroes in the Aegean Sea, because of the marble there is said to resemble the porcelain that we have.
And how do you care for this? Hand wash? Or?
Hand wash. Some of our products are dishwasher microwave safe, as long as they don't have any gold on them. They're quite safe to pop into the dishwasher, and it's much stronger than people think. It's not as fragile as it looks. It's very durable. We love people to use our Belleek, and that's the important thing. Don't just look at it. Make sure that you use it. I mean, what could you use this for? You could put candy in it, yeah. In days gone by, this is what was known as the three-legged pot. It was used in our homes for boiling potatoes, vegetables. It hung on a chain over the open hearth fire. And the reason for the 3 legs, because in the olden days we just had cement stone floors.
Yes.
So the pot was evenly balanced on the 3 legs, even if your floor was
A
unlevel.
little bit, right, uneven.
Uneven. And I have one of, because this is an old pattern which has been relaunched again, but I
Sure.
have one of the older ones, and in my windowsill at home it has a shamrock plant in it, so I use it just for a little.
There's a level of perfection to it. When you get this home, you'll think, oh my gosh, it's so extraordinarily sweet. And as we said, Patricia and I thought easily you'll put candies in it, but you said you have a plant in it,
A little
which is
pot plant
a
in
little
it.
potted plant
Yes.
in it, which I think is a perfect idea. Or you could just put some water in it and float a little bud on the top of it if you
That's
wanted
right,
to.
yes.
If you're somebody who leaves little notes for your sweetheart, it could be, it's not a pot of gold in my house, honey. It's a pot of wonderful sentiments that before you leave the house, I put a little gift in there for you. I do want to just draw your attention to the tableau that you're seeing on your screen right now. So there is the Belleek, the 3-legged pot. But along with that is my pick of the show, which is this beautiful picture that, as you can see, has the same hand-painted detail, but then has elevated it because there are 3-dimensional critters on that pot. There's a butterfly that stands out and jumps out, and there's a ladybug on that as well. So you can mix your Belleek, and then there's a Waterford crystal beautiful serving dish that we've got that's available as well. So tabletop pieces, decorating your home, adding individual detailed touches really make a house a home. Like, that's how you imbue love to your home. It's H207974, that's your item number. This is an hour of Belleek. I want to let you know that you're celebrating 160 years for Belleek. Do want to take a look at some of the processes that go on in the Belleek, I'm going to say in air quotes, factory, because I feel like you know the people by name.
That's right, and here we have the basket weaving flower making department, and there's John Dugan, who's he's our master basket maker, and he's weaving a basket as we speak. So each strand is hand woven individually, and that at the base is 3 to 4 strands which is woven. It's placed on the top of the mould, and each strand woven individually. And there's my husband, Brendan. He's working on The Prisoner of Love, and he's been at Belleek for more than 40 years, and that is really one of our most special pieces.
All right, so this is Patricia McCauley. She's been with Belleek for 35 years. Your husband, 40 years.
Yes.
Begs the question, did you meet there?
Well, believe it or not, we live next door to each other, so there was no getting away from him. I lived next door to him, and then I went to